I'm
fairly certain Yamaha was quite late in getting off the line at the time, just before 2010, when most companies were already introducing fuel injection systems. Yamaha still hadn't fully updated its motorcycles as a generation, and a big leap in advances was needed.
エンジンパフォーマンスを上げる、車体の運動性能を上げる。どうすればいいかねっていうところで
We were wondering how we could up engine performance and improve chassis dynamics. In doing that, one approach we came up with was to use downdrafting as a method to raise performance, and the other was to concentrate the bike's mass to reduce its moment of inertia, thereby improving machine behavior. So after we all put our heads together to devise ways of achieving these two objectives, we arrived at today's layout where the exhaust exits from the rear of the cylinder.
ある程度成熟してきた業界であったっていうのは間違いない。
Since the industry had already matured to a certain extent, we felt we needed to take things a step further, and that included not just doing things the same way and making small incremental changes. It didn't matter from what angle. We were always seeing the peak of this mountain in front of us. If we went with this rearward-facing exhaust layout to see if we could climb higher mountains, we would be starting out with no idea what was lying ahead. So yes, we definitely struggled in a lot of areas, and in the end, after many months and years, we've come to the YZ450F 2023 model year, and I think we can say we've steadily improved both the bike's engine and chassis performance.
I went
to California, Florida, and other places in the US to actually talk to riders using our YZs. I visited several different states, went right to the motocross tracks, and listened to what each person had to say. We had to first accurately gauge what it was customers were looking for, and we spent a significant amount of time simply listening to customer feedback. We all agreed that we needed to hear from riders of all different levels, so we talked to our factory teams and also to racers competing in amateur motocross championships. Whether it was premier or grassroots level racing, riders were looking for a bike that was easy to handle.
扱いやすいんですけど、尖ってないわけじゃないんですよ。トゲを出しに行こうと思えば出せる。
Easy to handle, yes, but that didn't mean it couldn't be sharp. If we want to make a bike bristling with thorns, so to speak, we can. If we want to go that far, we can build something that'll satisfy the fastest guys out there. And if we don't go that far, the result will still fall into a zone considered usable by the average rider. Hearing easy to handle is often associated with really dull characteristics, but that's not what we aim for with a YZ. It's properly stable at high speeds, easy to handle at low speeds, and delivers what you need when you want it to. They're those kinds of bikes.
We say that Yamaha makes products that help people grow, whether it's with a musical instrument or a motorcycle. The more you practice, the better you get at it. It's about expanding human possibilities, and I think a YZ is actually the easiest Yamaha model to experience this. For me, I think growth is about going beyond your current limits, and I want our YZs to be machines that enable customers to grow in that way.
我々の言葉で言うと人機一体であるとか、どれだけ
What we describe as rider-machine unity in this industry refers to how much you can make the bike move as if it were part of your own body. Since these motorcycles can go quite fast, if you're in control of the bike, or if the bike is the one controlling you, is what determines whether or not you can surpass your limits. I've recently been working on developing machines that keep those essences in mind. Off-road bikes that retain their core character even if conditions change. Riders are athletes, but I believe we are also athletes of a sort. Every 4 or 5 years, we give our all to fully redesign a motorcycle. Of course, the state of the company differs every time, and the working environment we get does vary somewhat, but we still do our best in the conditions we get. That was how it was done in the past, and that hasn't changed today. What we mean when we say grow together is that our first priority is for our customers to grow using our products. But the bike itself will continue to grow, and so will us developers.
When I first started working with the YZ guys, I felt that they hold on very firmly to their beliefs, and there are always things they will never change. It was the same with the rear-positioned exhaust layout. Once they decided to go through with it, there was no changing it. I even asked once if they would, and the answer was a firm no, saying they believed in its advantages. They have these strong beliefs with different things, and they stick to them.
長く YZ やってくれてる方がすごく多くて、
There are a lot of people that have been working on YZs for a long time, some of whom I've been working with for over 10 years, and some for even longer than that. I personally think they're all athletes in their own regard, because the results speak for themselves. Lots of people on the team have a strong drive to improve the bike, and I think that contributes a lot to each YZ. That's exactly why I think that connects to those unwavering beliefs Ogawa-san mentioned just now. In actuality, some privately wanted to give up on the rear-positioned exhaust design after 2010, but we had our eyes on a distant horizon and never gave up the journey to get there, and that took us to the results we have today.
Each
of us has an acute awareness of the fact that we build motorcycles. There basically isn't anyone with the mindset that they only have to do their own designated part of a project. Everyone is very particular about what they do, but what we hate the most is to lose. In order for us to be the best, we ask what it is we're lacking, fully accept that fact, and then work to break that down and create a working solution. That mindset is heavily ingrained, and that really makes it a team of athletes in their own right.
もちろん勝つことは大事だし、で勝ってるメーカーじゃないと。
Of course, winning is important, and if you're not a winning manufacturer, I don't think you can really say winning isn't everything. I think we also need to win if we're going to change things in motocross, the culture included. When we're in that winning position is when I'd like to tell the world that yes, there are other important things besides winning. Still, even if we don't win, there are parts that deserve praise, like the processes it took to get to that point, or what was done to update ourselves. I hope that recognizing such points will become not just part of motocross culture, but also motorcycle culture in general.